Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to another episode of Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness. I am so delighted to have you here with me today. Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of not beating yourself up and the importance of giving yourself some grace as you are going through some really difficult lessons. We are experiencing tremendous shifts right now energetically. And that means that you probably have had a lot of lessons coming up for you, whether they are lessons from your past that keep repeating, that need to be addressed, or whether they are triggers that come up for you that reveal things that still need to be healed that you haven't even looked at yet. We are going to be tested a lot right now, and there's very good reason for that. So today I'm going to talk about the importance of having grace with yourself and giving yourself a break, cutting yourself some slack because you deserve it. But before we get started with today's episode, I would love to highlight a new podcast that is really amazing and that I think you guys are just going to love.
Welcome to The Reluctant Medium, where we cover the gamut of out there conversations. With an open mind and a curious heart, we want to talk about it all. From psychic phenomena to beings from other star systems, from energy medicine to out-of-body experiences, and much more. You'll find a great balance between grounded science-backed topics and others that, science hasn't quite caught up to yet. From the explainable to the miraculous, we want to know about it. I'm your host, Dr. Maria Rothenberger, a psychotherapist by trade and a reluctant spirit baby communicator. And hey, even though I'm a medium, I'm not buying everything folks are selling. I just have a voracious appetite to know more about what I call the world of the weird. And maybe I'll try a few things on for size. Join us on your favorite podcast platform or watch on YouTube at The Reluctant Medium. We'll see you there.
Check out The Reluctant Medium wherever you listen to podcasts. So let's talk about the energy that's happening right now. Let's get real. It's been extremely heavy. And if you're like me, I have been tested over and over and over again on different issues, everything from things that keep me stuck, like my blocks, things like limiting beliefs. And for me, one of the big ones is financial limiting beliefs because I grew up with a single mom. I was a single mom, and so those were things that always frightened me, thinking that there would never be enough. And maybe some of you grew up in the same situation. Another thing that has really plagued me all my life is being a people pleaser and trying to set healthy boundaries for myself and saying no when it's necessary. I have gotten into so many things just because I was too afraid to say no to people. I taught economics for 2 years, even though I didn't really want to. I did it just to be kind and to help out. But those are the kinds of things that by not setting healthy boundaries, not learning how to say no, not saying yes to myself, I kept putting myself in situations where I wasn't happy. Everyone else was happy, but guess who wasn't happy? Me. These lessons have been coming up over and over again in the recent months for me. And I know there's a reason for it because we're getting ready to go through massive shift. Those of you who follow other mediums probably have heard the term New Earth before. The Earth is getting ready to split into two, and no, it's not really two different physical planets, but it's splitting energetically. So some people are going to be splitting into a new dimension or a new energetic frequency. Those of you that have been doing the work, you're doing your shadow work, and you are working on your energy and trying to raise your vibration, you're going into the new earth, which is going to be a much more positive place that's full of more loving experiences. Whereas other people aren't quite awake yet and they're not experiencing that shift yet. They're still stuck in the low-lying energies of fear and all of those other low-lying energies like fear, greed, jealousy, those kinds of things. And we all can probably think of people in our lives who perpetuate those situations, right? Those emotions run the show, and so we see things in their lives happening because of it. So there's going to be this shift, and if you want to go to New Earth, if you want to be a part of this new dimension that's going to be much lighter and much easier and more loving, then we have to deal with these issues from our past. We cannot bring this stuff with us. So that's why it's happening. What I want to talk about today is why it's important to be very gentle with yourself and to give yourself a break. You've been working really hard, whether you know it or not, because even if you're not aware that these lessons have been popping up, if you sit down and you really think about the things that have been happening to you over the past month, you'll probably say, yeah, the energies have been super heavy and I felt it. That's what's going on. You're being tested over and over and over again. And the universe tests us to see, have we learned the lesson, or can we move forward? Can we move up in that next, we would say grade level if we're graduating, if you want to look at it that way in a school system. But have we moved up energetically? Have we learned the lesson and learned to trust and learned to not go to the place of fear? Have we done all of that yet? And maybe some of you say, well, I'm not quite there yet. That's okay. We're still learning, and it's okay to still be learning. You're still going to make mistakes. I do every day. The important thing is to show yourself some grace and to give yourself a break. You're doing a fantastic job. And yet so many people are out there beating themselves up saying, I'm not perfect. I made this mistake. I made that mistake. You don't have to be perfect. It's not about perfection. It's about evolving. It's progress, not perfection. And each and every one of you, if you were to sit back and look at where you were 6 months ago or a year ago, you're in a much better place right now. Even if you're not where you want to be, this is where people get so stuck because they say, well, I don't have the dream job. I don't have the dream home. I don't have the dream relationship. You don't have to be where you want to end up yet. It doesn't just happen overnight with the snap of a finger. It takes a lot more energy and effort than that. But if you look at where you were 6 months ago, you're probably in a much better space, whether that's mentally, physically, both, whatever. You know you're making progress and you're doing well. You may not be where you want to be yet, but you've come so far. And that's what I want to talk about today is how do you give yourself the credit you deserve for being in a much better place than you were. It would be so easy to beat yourself up and say, I can't do this, or I'm not good at this. Fill in the blank with whatever negative thought comes into your brain. And that's what we dwell on. We dwell on the negative, right? I'm not where I want to be. We've got to stop doing that. And instead, we need to be appreciative of where we've come, how far we've come, and that we're doing the best we can. Doing the best you can is all you can do. And nobody's asking you to do any better than that. So stop beating yourself up. When you get into what I like to call the rat race of life, when you go into autopilot mode, everybody is guilty of this from time to time. You wake up, you put on your makeup, or if you're a man, maybe you shave. You have your coffee, you get to work, you start working, then you go to lunch, then you drive back. It's like the same thing over and over again. And when we don't live presently in every moment, we tend to go on autopilot mode, which means we allow our subconscious thoughts to take over. And when that happens, you will notice that you tend to have a lot more negative thoughts than if you're being fully present and you are living each moment and you are grateful for each moment that you have. Even if what's happening around you right now isn't the thing that you wanted to happen, and maybe it's not, you're not seeing it as a blessing. We can't always control what happens to us, but what we can control is our reaction to it. And when you go to the place of fear and you get overly emotional, it's really, really hard to come up with realistic solutions to your problems. And usually when we start to do that, we forget we have a whole team of angels and guides and departed loved ones who want to help us. And we don't ask for help. We just sit there and we whine and we complain and we get frustrated when we have help around us all the time. We have to learn to be more fully present. And it's also important to take time out for yourself every single day. When we start getting busy, one of the first things we do is we give up our self-care routines. I know I'm guilty of this. When I start to get really busy and the year gets hectic, I stop doing morning routines. I stop working out. I stop trying to go to bed on time. I fall into these really bad habits and patterns of behavior that are not serving me. And maybe you do the same. That's why it's so super important, especially right now when everything is so hectic and we're going through so many really heavy energetic shifts, it's important for you to take care of yourself. So that means scheduling time for yourself every day to do some self-care. And it doesn't matter what it is, because every person is going to look at self-care differently. For some people, it's eating better. For some people, it's getting the right amount of sleep. For some people, it's going to get a massage. Maybe it's going for a walk in nature. Whatever it is that you do, that you're taking time out for yourself to be kind to yourself and be good to yourself, that's what you need to do every single day. And if you need to set a reminder in your phone, sometimes I have to do that, set a reminder in your phone to address that issue. Okay, I'm going to take an hour to go to the botanical gardens and look around and just see the beauty of it and enjoy it. I'm going to be very grateful and thankful for what's around me today. I'm going to go find something to do that brings me joy. I'm going to take time out to read a good book, to curl up on the couch and just relax. Whatever it is that really makes you feel good, that's what you need to do. Spend some time doing that each day. And I cannot stress this enough, but having a morning routine is really going to help you. It sets the tone for the day and it sets the intention. And I thought it was a good reminder, because as the days get busy, we sometimes get away from those morning routines, whether we take 3 minutes to meditate, or we wake up a little early and do some yoga in the morning or some stretches, or we go for a walk, or we read a little bit. Whatever it is that you do, and I like doing affirmations in the morning too, that helps to set the tone that it's going to be a good day. You need to make sure you're setting aside time to do that. Now, I thought I would pull some cards for you today to try to give you some messages for the upcoming week, since it is so crazy and so hectic. And we've had, I believe, the Lionsgate portal is also this week. It was on Tuesday. And so just a lot of heavy energies and shifting going on. The first card, and I'm pulling some cards from the Spellcasting Oracle deck. And if you like cards and you like card readings, I do this every week for individuals on my Patreon channel. And if you'd like to join us over there, you can join for a free trial. The sign up is in the show notes, and you can sign up for 7 days free to check it out. You'll get access to the content that's already there. If you sign up for a whole week, you probably also have a chance to join us on our live where we do the card reading. Sometimes we also do master classes there on things like checking out what blocks we have that are keeping us stuck in our lives, or manifesting. We do a lot of different things. So we'd love to have you over there, and you can cancel at any time and it's no cost to you if you decide that you don't really like it. But I'd love to see you over there, so check us out. I pull cards for people specifically for their individual problems. But today, this is a group collective reading, so take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. But I think there will be messages here for everyone that we can all take. And again, it's from the Spellcasting Oracle card deck. The first card that came out is protection. You are very heavily protected. So if you've been worried lately, know that you are protected and you are deeply loved by the divine. Call on your angels and guides for protection wherever you go. I think that this is something that we forget, and we start to let fear and worry take over before we even stop what we're doing and pray for what we need, ask for what we need. And know that your angels and guides cannot intervene on your behalf without your permission, because we all came here with free will. But if you ask for help, you will be amazed at what shows up for you. So know that you're protected, but also learn how to ask for help when you need it. Next, we have lighten your load. Some of you, and the card picture is the same as how I would describe this. If you've ever seen Atlas, he's holding the entire globe on his shoulder. And in this card, this person is holding the earth on their back. That is way too heavy. It's time for you to put down some things that are no longer serving you. Are you on way too many committees? Are you giving up too much of your time? To me, this is all about setting boundaries for yourself and saying no when you need to, because when you say no to other people, you're saying yes to you. And you don't want to be so busy and overwhelmed that you get burnt out. So lighten your load, whether it's giving up things that you know you don't want to do anymore. This is your permission to do that. Or whether it's learning how to ask for help. A lot of times we just think we need to do everything by ourselves. And again, your angels and guides are here to tell you, look, we can help you with things. We can help you get balanced. We can show you how to make things easier for yourself. And a lot of times they will bring in physical people who come in and say, hey, I want to help you. So learn how to lighten your load. Say no to the things that are no longer serving you and ask for help when you need it. And you have good luck too. So you've got a lot of positive energy coming in this week, and it's going to bring a lot of blessings to you. And I talked about this before, but I like to say to myself, I am so lucky and good things always happen to me. Luck always finds me. And then be open to the magic that can come in when you are more open to receiving and you have an attitude of gratitude and you choose to see all the blessings in your life. You also have trust. Right now, you are really being tested on whether or not you trust that the universe is really working on your behalf. And I want to emphasize that the universe is definitely working for you and working on your behalf behind the scenes. There's so many things going on you don't even know about. They are orchestrating things for you and for your highest good. You have to learn to trust that things will work out. And you'll be tested. I've been tested a lot this month. You're going to get tested too. They're asking, are you ready for this? And are you willing to trust us? Are you willing to trust that good things are coming to you in divine timing? And a lot of it is about the timing. So if you're not seeing it yet, don't give up hope and don't think that this isn't happening. It's just that divine timing is involved, and you have to trust that the universe is working behind the scenes for you on your behalf to bring you what's for your highest and best good. Next, we have well-being. This is also a time to really look at how are you treating your body? How are you treating yourself? Are there things that need to be cleaned up in your life? Do you need to start eating healthier? Do you need to sleep more? Do you need to cut out some of those bad habits? What's going on? So really check in with yourself and ask yourself, how do I feel? Am I feeling well? Am I not feeling well? And what do I need to do to fix that? Because our bodies move us every day. And when we're not taking care of our body, it's going to show up as illness. And so it's time to really start taking a break, taking care of yourself, and going back to basics of being healthier in your choices. What are you doing? It doesn't mean you have to completely overhaul your life, but maybe you've noticed that you've given up some areas of your life that you need to work on, like eating healthier is one that comes to mind, or exercise. Maybe you've stopped doing that. It happens. We get busy. I'm guilty of it too. We've got to get back into the routine and back in the habit. Next, you have travel. So for some of you, this week is going to be about travel. You may get news that you're going to travel, or you may have travel in your future. Traveling is honestly so good for the soul. You learn so much when we travel, and it also is a way for you to relax, take a break. So some of you may be being called to travel, and you may have that coming up for you. And if you do, I hope you enjoy it and you have a wonderful time. But it's going to be a very positive thing. And for some of you, this may be calling for you to travel to a new job that involves going to a new place. And if that is the case, know that when the universe brings us these wonderful opportunities, it's a chance to really branch out, try new things, to see what you really do have passion for and what you desire. I don't know, it can be scary to change, but it's also an opportunity to completely transform who you are or who you think you could be. So if you have that opportunity, know that the universe is placing that before you, and welcome that opportunity and allow it to come through and see what happens for you. Next, we have Spirit Guide. This card to me is a reminder that your guides are always with you, and your spirit guide may be trying to get your attention and maybe trying to tell you like, hey, I'm here to help you. You just have to ask. So look for the signs that your spirit guides send you to show you that they're still with you and they're guiding you and they're trying to help you. And they can send signs in so many ways. They can leave coins or feathers, or you may see or hear something. I use this example a lot, but I think it's a really good example. And when I wanted to write a book and I didn't know if I should, there was a commercial on TV that said, hey, are you waiting for permission to write that book? Well, here's your permission. And I knew that was a very clear-cut sign for me. You can also ask for specific signs from your guides. They love to help us out, and we have to be willing just to ask. Next, you have finding. This is the last card that came out. Finding is all about something that was once lost that comes back into your life again. It can be a physical person. It can be an opportunity. It can also simply be finding yourself again, your true self, who you really truly wanted to be. So however that resonates for you, something that you thought was once lost is now finding its way back to you. So be open to what comes in that area too. All right, I hope that those messages were helpful. And I highly encourage you this week just to try to de-stress, take some time out to take care of yourself, make yourself a number one priority again, and to cut yourself some slack, because I think you're doing an amazing job. And if you're listening to my show, it means it's because you are a person who is on a spiritual journey or is looking to improve your life. And I highly applaud you for that, because that is not an easy thing to do. It can be very difficult, it can be scary, it can be frustrating, and all the things. But you are doing it and you are kicking butt. You're doing such an awesome job. So make sure that you are being gentle with yourself this week. Take some time out, especially with all of these heavy energies, and put yourself first again. I want to thank you guys for being here with me today. One more thing I'd like to mention. If you find yourself going down the rabbit hole of negative thinking, there is something that I saw the other day that I thought was really, really helpful. And the first person who came up with this, or at least this is who was given credit on what I saw, was Eckhart Tolle. And what they said to do in this video is, once you start realizing that you're going down that rabbit hole where you just keep having negative thoughts and you can't get your way out of it, stop what you're doing. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, and then ask yourself this question: what's my next thought going to be? When you do that, when you ask yourself that question, at least when I did this, my next thought was, I don't know. What is my next thought? I don't know. It's not coming. Like I didn't get anything. I was just asking myself, I don't know. What is the next thought going to be? But what you're doing is you are distracting your brain and you're changing the direction of your thoughts. So instead of continuously going down that negative rabbit hole, now you've disrupted that thought pattern and now you've got nothing. And now is the chance, once you've done that, to rewrite that script in your head. This would be a great time to then insert some positive affirmations for yourself, like, the universe loves surprising me in amazing ways. I am open to abundance and it loves finding me. Or whatever positive affirmations you want to insert there. We all have our favorites. Just go look for some. And when, again, you see yourself going down that rabbit hole, stop what you're doing, take a deep breath, ask yourself, what is my next thought going to be? Now you've disrupted that thought pattern, and now you can replace it with something better. So I love that when I heard it, and I thought, I need to share that. And I hope that you find that helpful in going about your life, because it can be so busy. Try to keep track of your thoughts and don't let yourself go to that negative place. You're doing an amazing job. Give yourself credit. Remember to call on your guides and ask them for help. And remember, you got the good luck card. You've got amazing things coming in for you. So I hope you have a beautiful and amazing week. As always, I am sending you so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.